to help investigate this case. There are a lot of victims, there are a lot of witnesses. We want to understand the motivation of the person that did this. And so the FBI assisted as well. Initially, we charged this man with 8 counts of attempted murder, which would be a life sentence. But as we began to investigate the case further, we uncovered what we believe the man's motivations for committing this crime were. The motivation being what we would call a hate crime, meaning that his intention, his motivation, was to try to hurt or kill people that he thought were Muslim. And so we charged him with a hate crime. Now, someone asked me, well, isn't that just symbolic? Because adding a hate crime adds maybe a few years to this man's sentence, and he's already going to be in prison for life. And I said, yes, it is symbolic, and symbols are very important. When someone commits a crime because they think a victim is a certain religion, a certain ethnicity, for instance, from a certain country, that's a crime not only against that person, that individual, it's not a crime against the people in that crosswalk, but it's also a crime for everyone from that community that was targeted. In this case, he was targeting Muslims. But finally, it's a crime against all of us, because this country was founded on the ideals and principles of equality and respect for all. And a crime like this goes right at the fabric with what brings us together as Americans, as Californians, as human beings. And so, this crosswalk, in some ways in Sunnyvale, was quite representative of the diversity of our county. The individuals he targeted, 3 were Indian Hindus. As collateral damage, he also severely injured 2 Caucasians here from Germany and working, as well as 2 Latinos visiting family in Mexico, and a Chinese man as well. So all of that diversity in one crosswalk in Sunnyvale, then shattered by the actions of this man. So the reason I came here today is I want you to know that as bad as it is when someone commits a crime against anyone, whether it's a robbery or a burglary or, God forbid, a murder or a rape, when the reason the person did that is because you're Muslim, you're Jewish, you're Hispanic, you're African American, you're gay, it's even worse. It's even worse. And so then it requires myself and all of us and the terrific chief that you have here to further our efforts and come out to our community and say that we support you. We understand the pain that you are experiencing and that we want to help. And so I look forward to more opportunities of coming to MCA. And I know the chief and I are going to speak with some folks afterwards, but I just want you to understand, and I want you to know that we're very concerned and focused about this case in the DA's office, and focused on not only holding the perpetrator accountable, which is important for justice, but justice is also trying to help those victims and trying to help them to heal physically, mentally, emotionally, as well as we can. And then justice is finally speaking to everyone in our community and urging all of us to treat one another in the way that your imam was speaking to you, in a way of respect, and to see your image in the image of people that you meet with, and to really to see God's image in all of us when we look at each other. So with that, thank you for giving me the time to speak with you. I hope that your Ramadan was blessed and that you feel inspired and refreshed to bring more goodness into the world. Thank you.